Okay, Flo Milli is a fun, confident, vibrant, beautiful girl that just wants to have fun and live carefree. Somebody who voices her opinion, somebody who always says what she wants, does what she wants, and for the most part is that bitch. So I grew up in kind of like a dysfunctional family, but I mean, like, my dad was in my life until like I was 7. So I was like a daddy's girl. Like, my mom and dad was together, and then when I turned like 7, they broke up, and that's kind of when shit went like left. I kind of started going a little crazy, but it wasn't bad, but like, I don't know, I guess I had to like really find myself for real. But yeah, like, I really, for the most part, I grew up with my mom and my sister. So it was, okay, let me tell you the story. So it was me, my mom, my sister, and my dad. Then it was me, my mom, my sister, and then it was me and my mom. Because, like, you know, at one point I felt like I was the only child because my sister went off to college and shit. So it was a little different stages. As a kid, I was definitely an outrovert. Oh, what's it called? Extrovert. I said outrovert, but yeah, I was an extrovert as a kid. The older I got, I kind of started to become an introvert, and then like now it's a mixture of both. So I definitely need my alone time sometimes, but a lot of times I like to go out and have fun and be around people and shit. So my 12th grade year was the year I kind of started to turn up, but I mean, I tried to keep it in as much as possible, but it just it was funny as fuck though. I'm not even gonna lie, that shit was funny. So this girl tried to stab me, and yeah, because I was actually rapping in high school. Like, I started back rapping when I was 16, 17. So I was like in the 11th grade when I started back rapping, and like, I don't know what it was. Like, some girls were supporting it, but then like it was a lot of girls who just did not like me. And I didn't give a fuck at all. Like, I promise you, the same way I was now. Like, that's how I was back then. So like, this one girl, I'm not gonna put no names on it, but this one girl, she ended up telling like my business, and I was not fucking with that. And I tried to, handle it as an adult, but she wanted to take it to Instagram and Snapchat. So I was like, okay. So we ended up arguing, and I wasn't trying to fight her, but at the same time, I wasn't backing down. So like, I think I came to school one day, and like, we had one class together, and I was gonna fight her outside of school because I was in honor society. Like, I was like a straight A B student. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let you, get me kicked out of this shit. Like, this bitch had like a 1.5 GPA. Like, I was like, you know what? You don't got nothing to lose. Like, I got too much to lose. So I told her, I was like, we could fight like behind my alley where I live at. So I went to the alley. She didn't show up. So I was just like, this bitch must be scared or something. So I guess she got offended by that. And the next day she came to school, and like, she came up to my desk and she was like, you still trying to fight? And like, before I could even get any words out, she just started like punching me. Ooh. So like, next thing I know, chairs was flying. Then she grabbed some scissors trying to stab me, and she was like, die bitch, die. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? But I won the fight though, just to let you know. I won. I didn't get my ass beat. Like, I definitely beat her ass. But yeah, she ended up getting suspended, and I came back. Like, everybody in the school like had my back. They was like, yeah, she started the fight. Flo didn't do anything. Flo didn't start it. And so I ended up coming back to school, but I did get kicked out of honor society. So. Okay. Oh my gosh, Mobile is so freaking like dangerous. Like, we're always on First 48. I don't know if you knew about that, but yeah. Our city always makes it on First 48, and it's kind of sad. But Mobile is like a type of place where like, it's real hood, but at the same time you got people who live in different parts. Like, it's a lot of hoods down there, but at the same time it's like a good part of the city too. But it's really, for the most part, very small. Like, everybody knows everybody. I wouldn't say it's like extremely small, but 9 times out of 10, you're gonna know somebody that knows somebody you know, or whatever. So I would say it's real small, and like, just a little catty at times. It's a little catty, but yeah. I started rapping when I was 11, and it started in middle school. Me and my best friend, we started rapping. Like, we both knew we wanted to rap, so we started this little rap group. And like, ever since then, like, we would, her parents had like a little restaurant in my city, so we would like perform in front of like the people while they were eating and stuff. And her aunt would always be like, y'all need to stop doing that shit, like, get in the back. But we always just wanted to be famous, so that's how it started. And then, like, of course, me watching 106 in Park, seeing other female rappers, like, it inspired me to really chase after it and stuff. So it's just been, I've always been like a music head, so like I just never stopped doing music. Oh my gosh, like, honestly, it's still hitting me like every day. Like, I'll be like, just before I got on this call, I was on YouTube looking at reaction videos. I'm like, yo, like, I'm really like, okay, people starting to notice. So it's really dope to see, and just very like, what's the word, heartwarming. Like, I just really feel good seeing all this success and stuff. That's the part that really did it for me. Like, all the like celebrities like showing love, it was like, that shit was dope as fuck. Like, and these are people I like, I wouldn't say like looked up to, but like, I was, you know, before I was famous, I'm looking at these people on TV like, yes, she hitting it, like, and they're like congratulating me, so it's dope. Oh my gosh, like, the fact that she was just so like, like, I love that attitude, that fact that she was so different, like, because in this industry, that's really what it takes, you know, having your own style, having your own like different thing about you. And Nicki was just so like different. Like, I can't even describe it. Like, just the thing, she would always have like a shock factor. She always did something that made you be like, what the fuck? Like, you're not expecting it, but at the same time, you're expecting it from her. So I think that was dope. And she just looked fun. Like, she was having fun doing it. So that's really what made me want to do it, because I love to have fun. So I was like, yeah, I got to rap. I was big on Nicki verses. I'm going to be honest. Like, her verses were the hardest to me. Like, her features, like, I think it was my favorite. Like, I used to sit on the computer all day. Like, after school, I'm on my mom's computer, and I was looking up every verse, learning every verse. Like, I knew I probably can still rap that shit to this day. Like, it was Monster and Hello Good Morning was my favorite. That's what made me really fall in love with her. The one she had like the blue hair, and she was like, I just came up and it looked like, that is iconic as fuck to me. Like, that was what put me like really, like, that's what made me gravitate towards her. No, I have not met her, never talked to her or anything, but, you know, I just have to keep it real with my inspiration. I would never lie about, you know, who I was inspired by, because at the end of the day, like, it's all love on my end. Like, I always tell, you know, who inspired me. So, but yeah, I really love Rico Nasty. When I was 16, I found Rico when I was 16, and I'm 20 now, so this was a long time ago. And Rico was like dead ass like a regular person when I found her. Like, she had like, I remember she had like 4,000 followers. I kid you not. And I was like, who is this girl? Like, she's dope as fuck. And like, I just remember like just loving her music, like, ever since I heard it. And I used to repost all her shit. And then like, I think when I turned 19, she followed me on Instagram, and I was like, what the fuck? You know how like some people have like the same name as like a celebrity? So I'm like, who is this playing with me? But then I saw the check mark, and I'm like, oh shit, this is her. Like, what the fuck? And then I ended up meeting her in LA. It was just dope. Like, I love her so much, so I have to put her in the mix. I'm in Atlanta right now, just out here working, doing, you know, day-to-day stuff, making moves and shit. So this is dope. I really love Atlanta, honestly.